Yeah, you guys were pretty close to combat speed, but there's two sides of the coin. When you're flowing is not a competition like when you're sparring. Okay? Sparring, you're measuring your skills against each other, but when you're flowing, you're at learning range. Alan, if Alan throws a punch, sometimes I want to accept it. Okay, because getting hit is not necessarily losing. If you're point fighting, yeah, sure it is. The more hits you get, he gets on you. He accrues points, and eventually, if he's got more points at the end of the rounds, he wins. Fighting doesn't work that way. So, sparring is a very good measure of skill. Okay, but flowing is where you are learning the good stuff. This is where you can experiment. This is when you can let go. When you are sparring, you do all kinds of erratic stuff because you don't want that guy to get any hits in on you, any techniques in on you. But when you're flowing, you want to allow him to get some hits because that's going to train you to, first of all, take a hit. And then secondly, too, is, learn how to do different types of techniques. And that's just doing it slow. It's real easy to come in and confuse your opponent by throwing a flurry of punches. But it's a lot more difficult to move with your opponent very slowly and get your techniques in. He wasn't expecting that. That's why I got it. But I also did it very slowly. Did I do it fast? Yeah. So that's why flowing is a very important part. We flowed more than we sparred in Grandmaster Cook's class. Okay, some of the flows were really obnoxiously competitive. And Grandmaster would just let us beat the shit out of each other. But, he would always tell us, hey, listen, if you slow down, that's when you're going to learn. Mm-hmm. That's when you can come in and learn to move and make mistakes. And learn how to use your footwork. Learn how to use misdirection. Out here, when y'all were boxing, y'all stayed in front of each other, right here. Okay, you don't really want to stay in this range. Even boxers, you got a ring. Like, we don't have a whole lot of space in here, and we got 4 or 5 people moving around in a very small. And this room is about the size of a boxing ring. Wouldn't you say? Maybe a little bit even smaller. All right, on the street, you don't know where you're going to be, so you have to learn how to use your space, and then move slowly, so you can practice getting your techniques in. And also, too, acknowledge when I get a technique in, what's your response going to be? If I do this, what's your response is going to be when I'm just touching you? It's probably not going to be this in a real fight because I'm just tapping you here. Are you going to be able to get a hit off when you do that? So acknowledge when your opponent, or when your partner, I should say, gets a strike in. Acknowledge it. So you strike. Go ahead. Good strike. But I just go with it. All right. Allow that strike. Accept that strike. Mm-hmm. And even with gloves, you can get locks if they don't know what they're doing, or if they're not expecting it. Which one did you think was coming?
That one.
Did you knew
this one?
You thought this was coming, right?
Yep.
You still thought that one was coming.
Yes, sir.
So this is a way for you to experiment here. I show you this, bam.
That looks familiar. Where do you think I got that from? I don't know.
All this
might be a man in a blue shirt.
When you're sparring out here, this is all, you're doing it really fast. Mm-hmm. It's hard to stop a fast punch.
Yeah.
But when you throw a fast jab, I'm already in here. And I already know what's the next punch. What's the next punch going to be? This one, right? Yeah. Right? Bam.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So you practice slowly. Connect. Accept the hit. Acknowledge the hit. It's not a competition.
Mm.
When you're sparring, that's different. But flowing is different. You're teaching each other how to take care of one of each other, how to take care of each other. So when I'm moving slow, this teaches you how to be deceptive, because it's real easy to get at somebody when you do shit like this. But when you do stuff like this is teaching him and teaching you at the same time. If you can do it slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
Yes.
You can't do it slow, you ain't gonna do it fast.
Who's that sound like? Okay.
That's all I have to say.
Who says that? Who says slow and smooth? Okay.
I feel like it was an echo.
Like we say that all the time. Try to tell you. All right. Well, take